legal hustle, but I'm dressed like I move cocaine. All legal hustle, but I'm dressed like I move cocaine. All legal hustle, but I'm dressed like I move cocaine. I was raised in a dope age, that if I ain't make it feel like cage. Had to listen through a mad rage. Now I wake up in the morning and I say my affirmations and I burn sage. I'm the main event. All legal hustle, but I'm dressed like I move cocaine. All legal hustle, but I'm dressed like I move cocaine. All legal hustle, but I'm dressed like I move cocaine. I was raised in a dope age, that if I ain't make it feel like cage. Had to listen through a mad rage. Now I wake up in the morning and I say my affirmations and I burn sage. I'm the main event, center stage. Jewels blind you up niggas gaze. Got that Ric Flair, rings and watches filled with rocks. And if I raise my hand, I call that shit the Diamond Dallas Page. The bitch know that I'm levels above you. I'll come through, back your WCW. Cheat on you, but she telling she love you. Suck me off, then she come home and cut you. Running them out.
Why is it playing like that? That joint was playing crazy. Hold on. Why is it playing so fast? I'm rapping fast, but I wasn't rapping that fast. Yeah, that didn't make no sense. My fault, y'all. That joint was playing at abnormal speeds. That's crazy. Alright, that joint was playing at abnormal speeds.
You already know what the fuck it is. Paving shit.
Yeah,
It's my world.
yeah.
T-time.
I was born with the hustle, work like a slave, crate like a guy, yeah. How you rapping all this money, you ain't paying your engineer, kinda odd, yeah. Niggas thirsting for attention, creating false image, kinda like Mirage, yeah. I call it fraud or fraud, yeah. I see right through they facade, yeah. Plot, scheme, scheme, chasing after bling, bling, I was in Atlanta running off on the plug before you knew it's a thing, You want a problem, now you found one. If it's looking smooth, it's going down, son. Put the gun down, Craig, I'm trying to see is you a man without one. Gotta connect for the work. I ain't scared to put in work. But my hands too clean to get them dirty. A coke and put them on a shirt. Y'all just do it for the clout. I see what y'all about. Yeah, your soul got a price and I start to notice likes the amount. Rise and pave, rise and pave. Create like God, work like slave. Rise and pave, rise and pave. Create like God, work like slave. Rise and pave, rise and pave. Create like God, work like slave. Rise and pave, rise and pave. Create like God, work like slave. Yeah. Us against them and that's never fair. Come get your bitch cause she everywhere. Niggas is hating, I never care. Yeah. They say they never see me anywhere. Cause they in the feeling I'm never there. Cause I'm at the bank and they never there. Yeah. Us against them and that's never fair. Come get your bitch cause she everywhere. Niggas is hating, I never care. Yeah. They say they never see me anywhere. Cause they in the feeling never there. Cause I'm at the bank and they never there. Don't hit my line if it ain't about the bag. I ain't got time to hang with you niggas. I'm focused on chasing and getting his cash. My goal is way beyond they figures. Shorty tryna lock me down with pussy like she don't know that shit is everywhere. I got spare time, so I'm gonna beat the pussy like a snare. I'm rapping for the sport. Y'all begging for support. My team been ballin' for the longest, ain't even touch a court. They so uncomfortable in their skins. I'm feeling like Brady if it comes to wins. If she got water, I'm going dive in. But I'm so wavy, she gon' need a fin. Burning money, what I'm used to. Torch a rack like this Luger. They grew off my shit manure. They grew off my shit way. They nod us so they hate. I thank the Lord, it be great. I'm manifesting on the wake. I'm manifesting on the wake. Rise and pave, rise and pave. Create like God, work like slave. Rise and pave, rise and pave. Create like God, work like slave. Rise and pave, rise and pave. Create like God, work like slave. Rise and pave, rise and pave. Create like God, work like slave. Yeah. Us against them and that's never fair. Come.
What's good, y'all?
Bing bong!
My fault, man. My fault. It took a lot to get here tonight. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. It took a lot to get here tonight. It took a lot to get here tonight. I didn't think I was gonna make it for a little minute. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. Oh, come on, man. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong, son. That's what they say. Now my stand for my phone don't want to hold the phone properly, so I can see y'all comments, bruh. I just can't win for. All right, whatever. I'm not even going. Whatever. I'm not about to fight with that. Yeah, but we here, man. We here. Bruh, like, yo, every time I go live, Fluke, I kid you not. Every time I go live, I change it on the app, but for some strange reason, when it go live, it never changes on the live, which is crazy. Like that's annoying. Like I said, everything that can go wrong will go wrong tonight, bro. Like that's. Let me try to change that now. So that's crazy. And I distinctively made sure I changed it because it did this last time. Yeah. The 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 music was playing really fast before I went live, but whatever. Let's get to the game. We won tonight. Shout out to that. We won at home tonight. Uh, although it be, albeit that it was against the Pistons, you feel me? A win is a win. I'll take it. I'll take it. Uh, Shout out to the guys, man, because at the end of the day, there was a point where we probably could have lost this game too, being understaffed. You know, the Pistons started making a push uh, in the middle of the fourth. Well, let me do my shout outs. Let me do my shout outs, man. Stephen Kennedy, I ain't see you in a minute, Brody. What's good? You feel me? Anthony Smith, I see you. Curtis Brown, I see you. Dwayne, I see you. I know Kevin's in the building. I think I seen Rampage earlier, but the comments cleared when I had to change the name of the shit. But yeah. Yeah, hold on, let me gather myself. Yeah, so boom. I ain't gonna lie, I missed most of the first quarter tonight. Uh and I missed like a large part of the third. I missed a large part of the third. You feel me? Of tonight's game. But what I Fraz was good, Brody. Raymond, I see you. Uh but I will say from what I saw, right? Uh, it's the Pistons, so I'm not really gonna go crazy about this win. They're the worst team in the NBA. But there are things that we should be happy to see, right? For one, let's just start off by saying Mitchell Robinson's play. This is what we've known that he could do for years now. Like this is the Mitchell Robinson that we've been waiting to see for years now, right? I think he has 17 and 14, 17 and 15, 17 points, 15 rebounds, if I'm not mistaken, right? And you can tell that he's finally starting to get healthy. And shout out to him for that minute, for that moment where he looked over to the bench and let them know that he was tired. You feel me? Because if you're tired, there's no you're not helping. You're not helping the team. You're not helping the team if you're on the floor and you're gassed and you know you're not giving 100% effort because you're gassed. Shout out to him for noticing that. But when healthy, Mitchell Robinson is a double double every night. This is facts. You feel me? Double double every night. He can easily average 15 plus off of just cleanups alone. Off of just cleanups alone, he can average that. What's up? He can average that off just cleanups alone. How's everybody? Everything not working right now, bro. Yeah, so Mitch has 17 and 14 rebounds. You feel me? Like I said, healthy. This is exactly what we knew he could have started developing to for years, but been sidelined by injuries. And if he stays healthy, bro, bro, if he stays healthy, like this could be a every night thing, easily, easily. Especially with the weight that Mitchell Robinson put on and the way he's able to move guys out the way he's able to, not only get the offensive rebound but go up through contact and finish, bruh. He's like this is very important to this team, very important to this team. Uh, Very important to this team seeing Mitchell like this, man. And again, it was only against the Pistons, but those nights where guys like to play small and they don't really have a center that can match Mitchell Robinson's physicality, this is exactly what needs to happen. Almost a 20-point game and 14 like 12 to 14 rebounds. That needs to happen every time. Every time we play a team that plays small, or have nobody that can match Mitchell Robinson. This is what we need to see from every night, and I'm confident this is what we can see from every night, right? So go on to let's talk about Evan's night. Evan takes some really bad shots from time to time, but at the end of the day, 20-point night, I can't be super mad at him, right? Can't be super mad at him. Like him and so I'm gonna group him and Kemba into you know the same thing, right? I'm gonna group them both into the same thing together because oh man, nothing working right now. Hold on, y'all. My apologies, man. Should have just moved a real wacky. I'm trying to get my life together, my stats right, so I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Kemba, Evan, Evan had 22. Kemba had 21. Kemba had 22, 8 rebounds and 5 assists. These two guys, right? We knew we knew that neither one of these guys were defenders. We knew this. We knew this, right? But this is what we expected to get from these guys. We expected to get this kind of performance from these guys on a nightly basis. Between 18 plus points a night, efficient scoring, stretching the floor. You feel me? In Kemba Walker's case, I feel like the reason he got benched is because he wasn't producing on that kind of level on the offensive end. I think Coach Tommy T was prepared to live with, Kemba's inability to defend if he was scoring. But he wasn't scoring. So if you're not scoring and you're horrible, and yeah, I wouldn't say horrible, but if you're not a good defender and you're not scoring, like you're really hurting the team, right? And it was to a point where Kemba wasn't even being aggressive at a point, right? He wasn't even being aggressive and looking for a shot. Way too much deferring to Julius Randle. Yes, Julius Randle is the leader of the team. Yes, I kind of get it that you didn't want to step on his toes, but at the end of the day, we need you to go get a bucket and do the kind of things that he did tonight. Break that consistently, breaking down the defense, getting into the paint, and either going for the layup or kicking the ball out so somebody else can continue to break down the defense or shoot the open 3-point shot. That's the Kemba that we thought we was getting when we signed him. We haven't really seen that Kemba, in a consistent basis, except for these last 2 games. These last 2 games are exactly what we was expecting when we got Kemba Walker. 29 points against the Boston Celtics, 21 points tonight, 8 rebounds and 5 assists tonight against the Pistons. Again, it's just the Pistons, but it's worthy to be mentioned the fact that he was being super aggressive on the offensive end tonight. That's what we need for him if we're gonna be if he's gonna have any kind of success or make his way back into the starting lineup. That's the Kemba Walker that we need to see on a nightly basis. Him attacking. Let's like him and Evan when they attack, bruh. Like good things happen. Good things happen for the offense. Julius Randle able to get easy buckets. Team are not looking to load up against Julius Randle as often when Evan and Kemba got it going. When they're attacking and mixing up their offense, that's another key point. Mixing up their offense, not just shooting a three. I'm talking about being a 3-level scorer, like coming off the dribble, hitting that elbow jump shot that Kemba loves so much. or going all the way to the hoop. That's for Evan. I wouldn't say all that. I wouldn't say all that, Steven. Uh, but when they're attacking and when Evan is mixing up his offense, going to the basket, shooting the mid range shot and the 3-point shot, very hard to guard this team when they're both doing that. It's very hard to put, your players in a position to be like load up against Julius Randle when they also got to worry about Kemba and Evan. And Wiley said something that made a lot of sense tonight, which is the fact that as much as I love RJ Barrett, obviously I'm rocking this last year's City Edition RJ Barrett right now. I think you know what's his face? Alec Burke, it might be a better fit for that first unit, especially being the fact that he doesn't need to score. He doesn't need the ball to score and doesn't need to score to be effective. Like Alec Burke is probably right now our most consistent perimeter defender. Uh, and yeah, I think he like with that lineup with uh with Kemba, Evan, Jules, and Mitch. I like Alec Burke in that first unit. I like what they could do defensively. I mean, I like how they can use him defensively. Obviously, he'll be tasked with guarding the more prolific scorer on the perimeter. Uh, but yeah, see, so all right, Steven, this is where I think you got it like kind of messed up, right? You can still be the number one option, but don't have to have quote unquote the offense run through you. Like, yeah, I'm guessing what you mean by that is like coming up and setting up the offense and stuff like that. You don't have to be the number one option for that to happen, right? Like I mean, excuse me, you don't. You could still be the number one option and not have to do that. You can still be the number one option and not have to bring the ball up, have somebody else set up the offense, and you could still be the first option scorer, right? So I think that's what you're saying. Julius Randle being the third option on his team is absolutely ridiculous. By far, he's the best player on our team. Like, I mean, he's having a bad shooting year, obviously, right? But easily the best, scorer on the team. Yeah, and Steven, you've been missing for quite some time, bro. I said it like a while ago. I said, with the team that we have, Julius Randle should go back to being a pick and roll, pick and pop guy. You know, he was super effective doing that when he was in New Orleans, and I think he could be even more effective doing that here because he added more to his bag, right? He's a better perimeter shooter. He and he has a lot more moves getting to the basket than he had, and he finishes strong, right? Uh, yeah, he did it in the lake. He did it with the Lakers, but he had, I mean, as a pick and pop guy, pick and roll guy, he had his best year doing that in New Orleans, right? He was still learning a lot of the game in LA, but when he was in New Orleans and AD went down, I think he averaged like 24 points a game. Uh, so that's why I said like in New Orleans because that was his best scoring clip being playing in that style, right? So yeah, like he could easily go back to doing that, especially with Kemba Walker. I said it a few weeks ago as well. I was like, before Kemba was out of the rotation, I was like pretty much begging for more pick and rolls between him and Julius Randle. You know, I think that'll be like tremendously hard to stop. Because one, Kemba Walker is a much improved 3-point shooter off the roll. I mean, off the pick, and he can also get all the way to the hoop with the best of them, right? And finishes very well. Uh, and Julius Randle also can fade out to the 3-point line, or he can go roll all the way to that basket and score through contact over a lot of people, right? So that's what I was crying for before Kemba got benched. I still want to see a lot of that. I hope Kemba finds his way back into the rotation because it's an absolute waste to have him sitting on a bench. I didn't agree 100% with him not getting any PT, but at the way he was playing, I definitely thought that his PT should have been cut, but not all the way down to zero. You feel me? But like it's unfortunate that it took what's happening to the team right now for him to get some PT. But I'm happy to see him on the court. I cannot lie. You feel me? I had high hopes for Kemba when he came. I still got pretty high hopes for Kemba during his tenure. Uh, like the way the first unit played tonight was pretty good. You know, our whole second unit is decimated with injury. I think if we had our second unit to playing today, this game wouldn't even been close. We would have definitely won this game by at least 20 something. You feel me? If we had our second unit intact, so they could come on whole serve. If the first listen, man, if we getting Kemba in 20 points, if we getting 20 points from Fournier and we getting 20 points from Julius Randle, and then the bench continue playing how the bench plays, I have no worry about this team. No worries about this team. If we could get a nightly kind of production where we can have Kemba and Evan scoring between, you know, score, scoring 18 plus a night. You feel me? Evan and Kemba scoring 18 plus a night, and Jules scoring somewhere between the 22 to 25 point range. I have in the bench playing the way the bench has been playing all season. RJ Barrett going to the bench and playing with the second unit, I think will be absolutely amazing. I think it'd be absolutely amazing. I think he fits that style of play perfectly. They play a high-paced basketball that allows RJ Barrett to get in the transition with Obi, and both of them can finish in the open court. Oh man, the way RJ Barrett shoots when he's shooting, like the way he was shooting before, COVID protocol with that second unit. Alec Burke in the first unit, helping out defensively. Ah, man. Evan and Kemba playing similar to what they played tonight. Oh, man. Oh, man. We're gonna win. We're gonna win a lot of games if that's the case. If that's the case. You feel me? I hope we can find a way to sprinkle so boom. And this is the thing. On nights when Kemba ain't got it, when he's just not performing the way that we would like, you gotta put McBride in there. Same thing for Evan. On nights when Evan is not performing the way that we would like, uh, I wanna see Grimes in there. You feel me? Like that's what needs to happen. I would love to see Kemba back in the starting lineup. I saw a lot of good things tonight. I saw some gelling happen out there. Uh, I think, yeah, that's a fact. The young guys, I saw a lot of things I like. That's a fact. That's a fact. The young guys definitely need more minutes. I saw a lot of things that I liked tonight. I saw some gelling happening with that first unit. Uh, it's sad that it took Kemba getting benched for him to find his edge offensively, right? Uh, like offensively, he lost his edge in somewhere in the beginning of the season. Like he was not aggressive at all. He refused to attack consistently, and that's one thing that we saw tonight. Him tonight and in Boston. It was him attacking consistently. When Kemba Walker is attacking consistently, the offense for the first unit is going to run smooth like butter, man. It's going to run smooth like butter because he can break down defenses. He can break down defenses. He comes off the pick and roll with the best of them. You feel me? Like, and if he's attacking, and not just settling for the 3 point shot every time, he gets the screen, bruh, it makes a whole lot of difference. Uh, yeah, I'm just happy that we got the win tonight, man. I ain't got too much to talk about the game because again, I missed most of the first, and I missed some. Man, you said too bad is old Kemba. I think Kemba still got a lot of juice in the tank, man. Like I, I've seen times where he's like clicking, bro, and he's getting up the court. He still got that quickness to him. Uh, you know, it's just how well his knees gonna hold up. I don't think it's have anything to do with his age. The reason why he wasn't attacking, you know, his first this first stint of starts. I think it had more to do with him not wanting to step on Julius Randle's toes and trying to be passive and let Julius get off, pause, and score. But we don't need him to do that. You feel me? Like we need him to be him. Yeah, so I think aside from Mitch Fraz, right? I think the stamina on the team is A1. You feel me? Because you know a lot of our guys play. There's quite a few guys that play heavy minutes. You look at Alec Burke on any given night. Alec Burke could be playing from the midway through the third quarter all the way to the end of the game, and he still be giving A1 effort. Same thing with Quick, same thing with Rose. Like this is what happens. I do think that Coach Tommy T sometimes like pushed the limit a little bit too far as keeping some of the guys on the court too long in at the end of games, but for the most part, I feel like the conditioning on the team is really great. Julius Randle plays a lot of minutes some nights. You feel me? Like some nights he be like he don't sit the whole second half. You feel me? Like so, I think the conditioning is great. You feel me? It's just we got to figure out how to close out close games, man. And that was a problem for us last year as well, figuring out how to close out the close games. We have a lot of games that we lost that were close, and we just got to figure out how to close out these games and not, give up these big leads and or have teams come back into the game when we have big leads. Like tonight, you feel me? Like we had like a 20-point lead or something like that going into the fourth quarter or something like that, and they got it down to single digits. Or was it the third? It could have been the third. I might be tweaking, but yeah, whatever. We had a 20-point lead tonight, and we let them back into single digits. Uh, you know, we we've been lacking the ability to keep our foot on people's necks and not allow them to get back into the game. Yeah, man, turnovers, bruh. Those turnovers, Dwayne. No turnovers, bruh. I wanted to throw something because they were the most horrific turnovers I've ever seen in my life. Like, just like it's like when they get up a large lead, they just turn their minds off. Like they don't have to fucking protect the ball anymore, or oh this team is just gonna go away now. We got them by 25 points. There's no way in the world they're gonna fight back. That's what it seemed like to me. They be thinking, and then when other teams get on the roll, it's like whoa, hold on now, wait. Now you got to be able to put teams away and keep your foot on their neck. You feel me? And not allow them to get back in the game and take care of the ball. One of the easy. That's a fact, Curtis. You feel me? Like the game is over. Like one of the easiest ways to allow a team back into the game is turnovers. The easiest way. You got a 25-point lead. What you need, you got a 20 plus point lead. The first thing that should be on your mind is do not turn over the ball. That's the first thing. We up 20. Let's take care of the ball, guys. That's the first thing that should be on your mind when you take a large lead. Do not turn over the ball and protect the 3-point line. Those are the two things. Do not turn over the ball and protect the 3-point line. You feel me? They want to run and get a two. Okay, we give you the two, but we not giving up no threes because we up 20. We not turning off the ball because we turning over the ball because we up 20. If y'all want to go 2 points for 2 points for the rest of the game, let's do that. But what we're not going to do is let you take the ball from us, and we're not going to let you chuck up threes on us. You feel me? Like, that's not what we're doing. Those should be the first two things that they be thinking about. But unfortunately, they turn their minds off in games that we up by 20 something. And it almost happened again tonight against the worst team in the NBA. You feel me? Yes, I'm happy we have the win. Am I happy, 100% happy with the way the team played tonight? No. No. It was a lot of good things. I was happy to see Evan and Kemba have, really good games at the same time that Julius Randle has a good game. That was good to see. I need to see more of that. You feel me? If we have more than that of that, we're gonna win some games, man. You know, I didn't even talk about Julius Randle game like that. He had 21 and 11 rebounds. Like Julius Randle was averaging a double double pretty much all season. You know, I need his points per game to go back up. But you know, he had some games where he was struggling, and right now, last time I checked, he was like at 17 points per game, almost 10 rebounds. I think it was like 9.8 rebounds a game, and like 6 assists. Not horrible numbers, but that's not what we expecting of Julius Randle, especially after his game last year. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. You feel me? We still pretty much have a starting five, even with COVID. Uh, Yo, listen, if we could get, I like what I saw tonight, and I have high hopes for that lineup that was out there tonight because I really feel like they could play like this on a nightly basis. You know, I want to see Kemba continuously be out there getting 18 plus points a night. I want to see Evan continue to get 18 plus points a night because these are this not like these are things that we didn't know that they could do. You feel me? Like it's not surprising to me that both of them had a game like this because we know they could do this on a nightly basis because they've done that over their careers. You feel me? 18 plus points. You feel me? Like we need that. Like they could do like you can overlook some of the defensive inefficiencies when you scoring 18 plus a night. You feel me? But if you're not scoring, we can't overlook those things. Those things cannot be overlooked. We can't. You feel me? And I think that was one of the biggest problems with Kemba is the fact that he wasn't scoring the way that he should have. So his defensive inefficiencies were, blaring. Steven, that's a fact. And this is what I was saying earlier about why it's important that Kemba attacks the basket. Because, you know, when he gets past his guy and breaks down the defense, usually somebody comes over and help. There's a kick out situation. Either that person could shoot or continue to keep the defense in, rotating so we can find an open man. So if whoever rotate over to Kemba, he kicks the ball out. Now somebody has to rotate over to that man. Now somebody's going to the hoop again. Now they're rotating again. You kick the ball out. Whoever shoots the ball. Now Mitch, like with all the rotation, now Mitch is probably matched up with a smaller guy or nobody at all, and he could do what he did tonight, which is clean up. You feel me? That's what happens when we're moving ourselves, attacking the back and moving ourselves, and not just settling for 3 point shots. You feel me? That's what happens. That's what helped Mitch's game, and we saw a lot of that tonight. You feel me? So I just want to keep that going. Kemba walking attacking the basket is a beautiful thing. So essentially, right, even though Steven, you right. Essentially, even though there's more to his bag than just being a 3 and D guy, essentially that's what Alec Burke was supposed to be, right? Alec Burke is supposed to be out one of our 3 and D guys, but he has way more to his bag than just spotting up and shooting 3 pointers. He, like I said, he's our most consistent perimeter defender so far this season. Uh, and he can shoot, but he also could take you off the dribble. Uh, I think is a benefit of having him in the starting lineup with Kemba and Evan. Uh, that's a fact. You feel me? He also can we seen him give a few people some buckets off a straight ISO ball. Uh, Yeah, but it's a definite benefit of having Alec Burke out there with Evan and Kemba, and we saw it tonight. Is the fact that he doesn't need the ball in his hand to be effective offensively, uh, and and he just fits defensively. He makes switching a whole lot easier. You know, yeah, man. I just at the end of the day, bro, I just want to keep this momentum up because if we're gonna turn this season around, it needs to happen now. Point blank period. It needs to happen now. This season's gonna turn around. It got to happen now. If not, if not, then you know. uh, who we play next, man? Cause I'm about to get off this. I'm tired as hell. No, no, I don't think we I don't think we missing much of anything. I think we could be a super defensive team. You feel me? Like, say if I wanted to put out like a strong defensive starting five, right? If I wanted to put out a strong defensive starting five, I would go with McBride at the one, Grimes at the two, Alec Burke at the three, Jules at the four, Mitch at the five. That's a strong starting five defensively. We're gonna be very stingy with that starting five, right? But if I wanted to have a more offensive heavy starting five, you go with the starting five that you saw tonight, or you insert R.J. Barrett back into the starting lineup because I think R.J. Barrett is a slightly better shooter than Alec Burke. Alec Burke has been, a little bit more consistent than RJ this season. But what RJ's been doing the last two games, and you couple that with how he shot last year, he's slightly a better shooter. So if I want to go offensive heavy, I go Kemba, I go Evan, I go RJ, I go Jules, uh, and Mitch again. You feel me? Like, cause Noel is not an offensive threat. Bitch is barely an offensive threat. But yeah, that's the starting five I will go with if I want to go offensive heavy. If I want to go more balanced, uh, I start Kemba at the one. Bruh, can't nobody on this earth check Tatum, bro. You feel me? Like, there's certain guys that you just can't do nothing with. Like, they going to score because they're just that good. And Jason Tatum is one of those guys, bro. So yeah, I still like the matchup with him and Alec Burke because at the very least he's not gonna be able to. We're not Kev in the building. You already know the rivalry. Uh, at the very least, like Tatum wouldn't be able to muscle Alec Burke. He might be able to raise over and shoot on, but Alec Burke is still gonna contest. It's still gonna be a good contest. You feel me? So so yeah, like there's certain guys you just can't do nothing with. You feel me? And Tatum is one of those guys. You feel me? Like you could play good deep. You could get a good night on Jason Tatum defensively. Can it happen? Yes, we've done it. Right? That's a fact, Fraz. We always out here. You feel me? Like, but yeah, you could have a good defensive night on Tatum. We already did that. I feel like team defense. That takes team defense to have a good night on Jason Tatum, and that's what we did in our first meeting. Uh, Sending multiple bodies at him. Uh, a lot of help defense, good switching. Like, yeah. So, but one guy ain't gonna be able to guard a Jason Tatum. Listen, I'm not going to understate what Reggie Bullock meant to us. You feel me? I'm not going to understate that. Like defensively, he was very important for us. But I feel like, you know, when Evan is playing to his abilities, he gives us so much more offensively. Like he makes us such a better, diverse offensive team. You feel me? Like I think that was one of the reasons that kind of killed us in the playoffs. We talking about uh, you talking about the playoffs, right? You know the fact that they were able to hide Trey Young on Reggie Bullock was kind of disgusting to me. You feel me? Like the fact that Trey Young is not a strong defender. So what we gonna do? We're gonna put him on Reggie Bullock because Reggie Bullock he's not gonna cut to the basket. He's not gonna try to take Trey Young off the dribble. He's not even gonna try to score on Trey Young if it's not a wide open 3 point shot. So we just gonna hide him there. You feel me? Unfortunately, you can't. Unfortunately for them, with Evan on the floor, you can't hide a Trey Young on a Evan Fournier because Evan is gonna kill Trey Young. You feel me? Like, and I think that's what the goal was for the team was to be more, diverse offensively. Uh, I think defensively, when Evan is trying to be active, like when he's active and engaged defensively, he's not super horrible. But you can also tell when he's disengaged from the game. You can tell when he's out there and he's just like, all right, I'm just out here. I'm really not trying to play defense tonight. You feel me? Like there's a stark difference. But when he's actually giving A1 effort like he did tonight, and to Kev's credit, like how he gave against Boston, you know, he's not horrible defensively. I think, yeah, he's not. It's clip film. You feel me? BJ, I hope you're right that we start streaking. Yeah, so with Kemba, it's just like, all right, let's not even. There's no hiding Kemba. You feel me? There's really no hiding Kemba on this team because the other, like we have Evan. You feel me? So like you can't really be like, all right, we're gonna hide you because Evan is not a super strong defensive player. Uh, so it's really no hiding Kemba defensively. Kemba just has to attack and have the mindset that he has to, you know, win his matchup. You feel me? Whoever Kemba's matchup is, he has to win that matchup. That should always be his mindset. You know, whoever he's guarding, I gotta win this matchup. They can't outscore me. They can't do any. I gotta do that, and I gotta do that effectively, right? I gotta outscore and win my matchup effectively because there's no hiding him defensively. There's no hiding him. You know, because like I said, Evan is not a strong enough defender to be able to switch, you know, who Kemba has to guard for who Evan has to guard or vice versa. Kemba still got it, bro. BJ, you're right. Kemba still got it. I wasn't 100%, enthused by I was 100% enthused about the benching. You feel me? And I think he still got something in the tank. So here's the difference, right? Like you saying the prime Kemba, I thought for what we paid for Kemba, it works, right? 9 million a year for Kemba Walker, I'll take that. You feel me? I'll take that risk. I'll take that risk. 9 million for excuse me for Kemba Walker. Excuse me. 9 million for Kemba Walker. I'll take that risk. It was definitely a yeah. I'll take that risk. That's facts. We had a dot sign. It was good. Yeah, we had a dot signing tonight, dot sighting tonight, which was dope. You feel me? Uh, yeah, but it was that sign. Kemba signing was a very low risk, high reward situation. Again, if Kemba attacks, and he's giving us anywhere between giving us 18 plus a night, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. If Kemba's giving us 18 a night, I'm not mad. Not mad at all. You feel me? I'm very happy with that. I even overlook defensive efficiency. As long as whoever he's guarding is not scoring 30 points a night, depending on who it is, because some guys, like I said, are just like that. Yeah, I would have liked Vooch, but I wasn't too sold on Lonzo, man. I'm still not too sold on Lonzo. I think he fits that team, but I wasn't super sold on Lonzo, man. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, yeah, all right, y'all. I'm tired. I appreciate everybody on the pull up. If you haven't done already, press share. Uh, I'll see y'all Thursday. I can't make no promises. You know what I mean? Curtis, that's what I was saying earlier, bro. I say, yo, listen, if we could get, Evan, Randall, and Kemba at 18 plus, all three of them, the way the bench has been playing, bruh, we're gonna beat a lot of people. We're gonna beat a lot of people. Yo, Steven. So yo, cause I know what made it easier, right? Like before when I was doing this, Steven, you knew exactly what day I was pulling up. You feel me? But most of the time, now I don't pull up on Wednesdays anymore. Uh, I usually pull up on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays is when I usually pull up, right? So yeah, usually I do a pregame if we're playing. So that's an hour before I start that, an hour before the game, and then I do a post game. I usually get on sooner, pause, than I did tonight after the game. But dad duties. You know what I mean? I had to put the little one to bed because she was tweaking. You feel me? So yeah. So dad duties. That's why I didn't get on as early as I usually do after the game. But yeah, usually Tuesdays and Thursdays, if it's a game, I'm on an hour before the game. Word. So pull up, Brody. I haven't seen you in here in a minute. That's dope. I was like, oh shit, my God. That's a and for all those who don't know, when I was doing Knicks Ish before, Steven used to be here every night I was live. Word. So I think as much as I like Randall, and as much as I think Randall is the number one option, I think you need to give Obi some of those minutes. So when Randall's on the court, right? This is the main. Randall need to be able to go 100% the whole time he's on the court. If he's worried about conserving energy for later in a game, he's not. He's going to take plays off, and you see that he does that a lot now this season. You feel me? I think last season showed him that I can't be going crazy all year because I'm gonna be tired by the end of the year. But that's a fact. That's what I'm saying. That's a fact. But if you give Obi some of those minutes, he don't have to worry about resting. Obi does a lot of good things while he's on the court. And then in the fourth quarter, you can have Jules come in and be like, "All right, bro, like go all out." But yeah, again, I'm still confident that we're gonna be all right. Still confident we're gonna be all right. We play Washington on Thursday. I think that's a very winnable game. I don't know what their COVID situation looked like. Yeah, yeah, man. I'm still very confident in this roster, man. I'm still very confident in this roster. I still got confidence in Kemba, and Evan, you know. But they have to attack, bro. Like they have to attack. If they're not attacking, then Coach Tibbs needs to sit them down. It's just that simple. I I can't agree with that, Steven. I can't agree with that. I feel like I feel like I feel like we don't play with that same intensity, dog. Like because if you think about it, if you look at some of these games that we lost, right? Most of them are winnable for us. If you look at it, right? Whether it be that we went down by 20 and came back and brought it to single digits or whatever the case may be, or sometimes even 5-2 and tying the game or taking a 2 point lead, whatever we could have won those games. You feel me? It's all about consistency and effort. You feel me? And we lose those games because of consistency and effort. And it's quite a few of those games this season. Quite a few. That's a fact, Kurt. The skills all over the team. But for real, I'm out of here. I appreciate y'all, man. Uh, I see y'all on Thursday. Can't promise I'm doing the pregame. Can't promise I'm doing the pregame, but I